impact that they can create in the lives of children with special needs and the family, and even the NGOs that work in this field. Yes, that is that's my daughter, and like I have two daughters, and that's my older one and the younger one in the picture. And the older one was her voice. Like when I was completely depressed and had suicidal thoughts, she was the one who said, she was just hardly 3+ then, said, "Amma, look at her. She's smiling. She's giving us the eye contact." I was completely depressed. I didn't know, I was completely lost. Just a few words with it, gave me so much of hope. That's when I realized, oh my God, my daughter, the little one, who's Richie, has come into my life for a purpose, and she's my ikigai, who made me realize the purpose of my life. Most of us exist, but how many of us live? She taught me how to live the life to the fullest. And today, till today, I'm so grateful to have such a beautiful soul in my life. And I don't really even have, oh my God, most of us are blindfolded. Have we ever questioned ourselves? At 3 years, I need to be in the kindergarten. But at the age of 16, I should have completed my 10th board. 18, 12, then college, career. Have we ever questioned ourselves, who formed the system? Why should I even bind to this blindfolded, we are all just blindfolded. But I did have that question, and then Richie, she was, she was someone who made me even think beyond all this. And today I feel I'm so blessed to live life that with so much of meaning. And yes, that's my family, and it's just the unconditional love that we don't even think that Rishi is a special child. She has her own limitations, nothing. Richie is Richie. All of us, I'm Deepa and I have my own limitations. It's just a degree that matters, or that is all the difference. And that's our team. Uh, we have about 90 staff members, in both professional and non-professionals. We have naturopathy doctors, we have paramedical professionals, therapists, occupational therapists, communication therapists, and whatnot. It goes on and on. And currently our strength is 250 plus, including our Tirupur campus. And approach may work for a child, and it may not work for another child who's it may be in the same spectrum. It could be ASD, that is autism spectrum disorder. One approach may work for a child in the spectrum, but the same approach may not work. So we basically believe in this holistic approach, and we have all kinds of facilities. We start from early intervention, then we have pre-academics, academics, pre-vocational, vocational, employment, take care of the employment. And in last 16 years of journey, we have mainstream more than 60-70 students in the mainstream schools. And also we have two successful batches who have completed their 10th board exam, and now they are placed in ITI in our own city. When it comes to, I really want to talk about something here. When it comes to employment and the government, for the physically handicapped, yes, they do have some, a degree of, or a percentage of employment opportunities, but when it comes to intellectual disability or intellectual impairment, it is hardly point. So what we as an NGO thought, we trained them in so many vocational skills, and at one point we felt like they're not being even given a way to maybe guide them. That's when we thought, why don't we collaborate with organizations, and we collaborated with AMBA organization in Bangalore, and now about 20 of our students are placed under data entry projects, live projects. It's going on, and yes, I proudly say that those students are they've gone to the neighborhood and said, now I'm working and I'm earning so much. I have my own bank account. I have my own difference that we can make in their lives. And it's just not that. We have to, now it's time for me to think about how, see, like when we are like 20 plus or 25 plus, we're all like independent enough to live our own life. But imagine the same with a young adult with special needs. When they are even 30, they're still under the care of their parents. And parents are by then 60 plus or 70 plus, and they're lost. What after us? So it's a huge, as a parent, even I do have a thought. I'm not like, a person who has not thought about it. And for it's been like, 16 years of such thought has now come into like, yes, we now have a residential facility for um, boys, just boys over 15 years. And maybe in another a year or two, we will we would be coming up with a community where these young adults or older adults can live their life on their own, maybe working like, doing organic farming or data entry or baking or cooking, something, some sort of like occupation they are engaged during the day, and they live with so much of like self-esteem. And why I don't want it to be like, secluded community, wherein trying to make it more inclusive, where we planning to bring in the public as well to be part of this community in terms of like, research. Scholars can come, stay there, do a research, and then also this naturopathy department where the public can also take the services. So that is how we are looking at, and to create like, maybe a child when is diagnosed with some kinds of like, where the child is labeled as a special child, and they come to us, we give them a, intervention program, early intervention, it plays a crucial like part, where like, once the child is come up with the readiness skill, like pre-readiness skills like reading, writing, and indicating their own needs, then they can be mainstreamed. And then we also take care of the vocational, as I told you. So we want to create a system where, it's completely taken care. The parent can feel, okay, my, daughter or son is in safe hands, and it's all completely taken care. And we educate the parents about, everybody feels that, why wouldn't my son or daughter, take up the academics? Like, he can, access the internet just like that. He's super smart in the using smartphone, but why isn't not studying? See, it is for them, the way they perceive this world is totally different from the way we perceive this whole world. And we are like, our thoughts are conditioned. And I tell you, they are just super amazing. And they are like always very happy, joyful, no matter what chaotic in the situation is around them, because they're not bounded with this kind of like thoughts or system or whatever it is. And it is we who need to take that from them and live such beautiful life. That's all I can say, and we are working towards that. And Manisha had so much like, what do I say, like it was a like firework presentation. She had so much to talk about the, education in general, but imagine, I can take the whole day talking about special education, but I think this is like, this platform, what Ranjana has given us is just, we are purely grateful to you. And thank you so much for this opportunity. Yes, I think I'm done with that. Thank you so much.